If you guys didn't qualify for FNCS Qualifiers 1, don't worry, I'm going to be telling you guys exactly how you're going to qualify in Qualifiers 2 next Friday. So I'm going to be going over the point system, what you guys need to do during FNCS to qualify for either the upper bracket in semis or lower bracket, your loadouts, and even how to play your early game, mid game, and end game, and much, much more. So starting off with the format of the tournament, in this qualifier, there will be 4 total rounds just like the previous qualifier, and to play in round 1 of this qualifier, you must be in platinum rank or higher. If you qualify for which is top 2000, you need to qualify for the next round, which is top 1000, then top 250, and then finally the top 50 teams will make it to grand finals. The rest of the tournament details / format is on screen right now. So now I'm going to tell you guys what you guys need to do with you and your teammate during the game. This is the most crucial part, obviously, because qualifying depends on how you play. So before I start, you always want to aim for 340 to 350 points, as that's what qual is most likely going to be. Keeping that in mind, you get 4 total points for eliminating a duo, meaning 2 points per elimination. So your first game should always be a key game. If you do bad your first game and die off spawn, key your second game too, but if you die there, then start playing placement until the end game, because a win is worth 65 points. Meaning if you had 0 kills the entire tournament, you could qual by just getting top 10 every game. Now that's without a single kill, obviously, so I'm just saying it's pretty easy to qualify if you play it right. Now when fighting opponents, never take fights unless you have obvious advantages. Taking fights knowing you don't have an advantage in can cause you to die. That's basically a 50-50. It's not worth losing games as you only have limited games. So unless you're dropping high kill wins in Duo Cash Cup finals like pro players, don't W key every game because you're not Re or Purebot. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about how you should play your early game / off spawn. This is probably the most overlooked or tricky part of any tournament, and having a good drop spot is the most important part about it. Having a good drop spot where you're likely to not get contested at or third partied at is unbelievably crucial to surviving off spawn, which equals to you qualling as you make it later into the game. Making sure to practice your drop spot with your duo is very essential, as you guys will get to know all the different loot areas and loot spawns around the map, and different hiding spots and different areas where you can farm the most amount of mats, so that you're more highly knowledgeable about your spot over the person that contests you. Now during your mid game, you always want to be able to play the edge of the circle or map, as you're highly likely to find worse players there, meaning you could potentially pick up some free eliminations. But you also get free rotations as there's not a lot of teams there. But also, rotating dead side is better than rotating right through the circle because you're highly likely to get keyed or scuffed, like getting sandwiched in between 2 teams when you're rotating right through everyone. So what you want to do is stay out of everyone's way until the end game, which I'm going to be telling you guys how to play properly right now. So when you're in end game, this is where your IGL really has to lock in and step up his or her game. The IGL should be able to make good callouts, like when refreshes are needed or when rotations are needed. Always make sure you know how to tarp and properly layer switch so that you're easily able to get out of sticky situations. Conserving materials is also something you guys need to be practicing. If you're a solo somehow and your duo is dead and it's a moving zone, I always suggest going to the head of the circle where everyone's busy fighting and then just sit in a brick or metal cone because no one's going to look at you. You will save up to 50 to 60 materials, which is 5 to 6 builds, which is highly, highly important in endgame. When trying to take height in endgame, make sure you and your duo are both on the same page and coordinating to each other that you guys are going to go up at the same time. Now for an important aspect of competitive Fortnite, Storm Surge. You want to try to create Storm Surge plans in Fortnite.gg like these right here. These are basically different routes and plans that you and your teammates should go over just in case you guys need Storm Surge tags. And for new competitive players, Storm Surge is a mechanic Fortnite has added to have players die out faster, especially in stacked games where no one is dying. And you basically take ticks of huge amount of damages, so make sure you don't get stuck under Surge. You gotta get tagged, meaning damage on other players to get Surge, and I suggest around 250 to 300. Now those are all really important parts of qualifying to the next round. So now it's time to talk about what you and your duo should be holding in your inventories. So starting off with the IGL's loadout, this should consist of any AR, a auto shotgun or pump, preferably an auto shotgun, a grappler blade, and then medkits or either Flowberry Fizz or minis. The Fragger's loadout now should consist of a burst SMG, especially with a laser on as it bleeds through builds, a pump shotgun, a grappler blade, a sniper, and big pots. If you don't find a good sniper, then you should hold either medkits or Flowberry Fizz in that inventory slot. So guys, that's really it for the essentials of qualifying for FNCS round 1 and even round 2. So if this was helpful, make sure to hit that like button, hit that big red subscribe button for more W content just like this. And if you guys have any questions at all, make sure to let me know in the comment section below because I'll reply to all of you guys. And last but not least, make sure to share this video to your duo so that you guys both can get the maximum amount of knowledge so that you guys can qualify for FNCS.